And we're back with Mr. Newbold's Absolute Value videos. Got some test takers here to keep me company after school, making this video for you. Let's see here. Alright, so making absolute value, check. There we go, video. Okay, so we're going to do maybe 2 and 4 would be good. Do a few of these, maybe 2 and 6. So start off with an easy one in case you were absent. So basically the how it works is we have y is equal to a absolute value x minus h plus k, and so your k value is your up or down. Your a value is like your slope, which will make it wider or narrower. And then your h value is going to make it go left or right, but it's opposite what you think. Left or right. Okay. And so looking at this one, it's the opposite what you think. So you -2 you think 2, but it's actually going to go right 2. So that's what that -2 means in there. It means to go right 2. The original parent function was just up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and back 1, up 1, back 1, up 1. And so we're going to go ahead and shift that now. That was our parent function, just absolute value of x. So that's going to shift it right 2. There we go. Now if you want to do an xy table, just to make sure you're doing it right there, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe you'd include some negative numbers in there too if you wanted. And you'd plug it in there. -2 minus 2 is a -4, and the absolute value of -4 is +4. And then plug in a -1, that'll be a positive, so absolute value -3 is a +3. Plug in a 0, we get absolute value -2, which is +2. 1 minus 2 is -1, +1. And then plug in a 2, we get 0. 3 minus 2 is 1. 4 minus 2 is absolute value 2 is 2. So you can graph all those points. So we go back 1, up 1, 2. Whoa, what happened there? -2, 4. So -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, so that carries on. -1, 3. 0, 2, looking good. 1, 1. 2, 0, which is our vertex. And that's important, and then 3, 1, and 4, 2. So we do want to label our vertex there. That's going to be a minimum at 4, at a minimum at the vertex there, which is 2, 0. Yeah, right there. And so that's going to be our first part A there. Is that a minimum or a maximum? So this one is a minimum at 2, 0. So there's our first answer there for part A. Graph is worth points, and part A, B, C, D is worth points. We'll come back to increasing, decreasing in a second. And in behavior, we're just going to do an easy, if they're both going up, then up, up. Up to the left, up to the right. We'll do more of that when we do polynomials, but we want to kind of introduce it to you a little bit. Okay, then the domain is the x values. And it's the same for all the domain on every single problem. That's -infinity, +infinity, -infinity, +infinity. All real numbers. All real numbers for the domain. Now the range is a little bit different. It has to do with the y values. And so you just like put your pencil there, pretend that's a pencil. And so you start there at your y value, which is at y equals 0. There's nothing at -1. And there's nothing at, there is something in +1, so we'll include that in the range. So we're going to start off at y equals 0 and then go upwards to infinity and beyond. And beyond. So we're going to go from 0 to +infinity and beyond. So our range then is from 0 to +infinity. Right? That's the y values, right? Y equals 0 to y equals +infinity. Okay, and then the domain is, of course, the x values. Now for increasing, decreasing, a little bit tricky there. It's something new probably you've never heard before. So first of all, increasing, decreasing is from left to right. Let me say that again. Increasing and / decreasing, those two different things, are from left to right. So that means we're going from left to right and looking at the graph as we do it. What do you mean? I mean, you'll see. So as we're going from left to right, we're going to go on our graph. It's going to be coming down. And so when it's coming down, that means decreasing, right? Decreasing. So we're going from negative infinity to the x value right there, which is at x equals 2. Okay? Which of our vertex? That's this guy. So we're going to be decreasing from negative infinity to 2. And then once we hit 2, then we're going to start going upwards as we go left to right. We're going to be then going upwards, which is increasing. And so that's from 2 to the right, positive infinity. So increasing from 2 to positive infinity, or from 2 to the right. We're going positive, we're going upwards, increasing. Increasing. Cool, so hopefully maybe that makes sense, maybe not, but we'll try another one for you there. So maybe we'll jump to a harder one, like number 6 looks pretty tough. So then that's going to be, let's see, so that's going to be a shift up to left to right. Well, opposite of what you think. And what I mean by opposite of what you think is what would make that x minus 1, what would we plug in there to get it to equal 0? Well, you would need a positive 1 to make it 0. And so positive 1, check, means go to the right one. That's why it's opposite. You see the negative in there, but it's really right one. Cool. So opposite what you think there. So then that's good. So that's going to be to the right one. So up to right one. And then this one is the negative symbol actually means upside down. And then the negative 2 is actually the negative 2 is the slope. And so that means we're going to think about that over 1 because you can write any whole number over 1. And so that means you're going to go down 2 and then over 1 is what that means. So let's start at our origin. There it is. And so our origin, we're going to go ahead and go to the right one like we did, and then up 2. That's our origin. And now that's done. So right 1, check. Up 2, check. Now we're going to do the slope, which is negative 2. And so since our slope is negative 2, then we're going to go from that vertex that we found, we're going to go down to over 1. And since it's absolute value, you also go down to back 1. And then from there, you go down to again over 1, and down to back 1 as well. Now, just to verify we did this right, you can use your graphing calculator to check. So if you get out your graphing calculator there it is. We're going to go to we're going to clear those 2 graphs and make sure our plot 1 is turned off, which it is. And so to do the calculator now, absolute value is under the math button. So first we're going to go negative 2 like that. And then the math button. Do you remember where it is, Keisha? I just immortalized you. Now you're on the video forever. Oh, joy. So value, do you remember? It's over to numbers. And there it is, ABS, absolute value. So then we have negative 2. Here's our x button. So x minus 1. And then right arrow. And then we're going to go plus 2. There we go. Awesome. So let me graph it to see if we did it right. Woo! We did. There it is. So we push trace, and you can see at 0, 0 is where it crosses, which is what I've got. So we compare those 2 graphs. And yep, we went over 2, up 2, and then we went down 2, over 1, down 2, over 1. Cool. So just wanted to make sure that we did that right there to help. So you can use your graphing calculator to help you graph these, which is pretty awesome. Cool. So then use your calculator there, and then we're going to finish. So that's going to, so that's a mountain. So we're going to go ahead and call that a maximum. And so that's at over 1, up 2, right? Over 1, up 2. So we circle maximum, and we put 1, 2 there. 1, 2. Okay, then jump to end behavior. We're going down, 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 down. So what we're saying is down to the left we're going to negative infinity, down to the right we're going to positive infinity, but going down. So we'll show you more of that when we get to polynomials. Domain, pretty easy, negative infinity, positive infinity. And then the range is the y values. Be careful there. This is y equals 2, where my maximum is. And so then the range, my friends, is going to be here at y equals 2, and then going downwards. So 2 going downwards to positive infinity. Oh, no, negative infinity, new bold. Ooh, thanks. So then negative infinity, sorry, and then goes from negative infinity, actually. So from negative infinity, actually, up to 2 is what we write that as. That's really from down to up. Cool. So then, last but not least, the increasing, decreasing there. And so the increasing, decreasing, almost done, guys. Sorry about your video talking. Okay, so increasing, decreasing again is from left to right. So as we go from left to right, we're going to see if we're increasing or decreasing and write it down. So now left to right, as we go from left to right, we're actually going upwards, climbing a mountain there. Climbing the mountain. And so we're going to be increasing from negative infinity to that x value. And so that x value is 1, right? The x value is 1 with our vertex. And so we're going to be increasing from negative infinity to 1. And then decreasing as we go from left to, keep going left to right. Decreasing, going down from 1 to the right, or 1 to positive infinity. Cool. So I hope this has helped you. Hope you ace it. Ace this assignment. And come see me if you have any questions. Keep on working on these. Awesome. Don't forget that the slope, like this guy, so this guy right there, 1/2 times 3x, that's going to be 3/2 x, which is just going to be your slope, which is what? Up 3 over 2. That's not too bad, actually. Yeah, if you just multiply that 3, that 1/2 kind of ish. Actually, I don't know. I think you have to multiply it with a 3 first, do you? That's a good one to ask in class, right? So ask about that one in class if you want to. And so definitely keep on working hard, and thanks for watching this video. Peace out, brother, sister. Bye for now.